Hi, I'm Clay Carlino, and I do stuff. And as you know, I buy a lot of toys. That's one of the things that I do. And then I get online on Friday nights and show them to people, usually while drinking beverages that conspicuously may or may not contain something other than fruit juice, water, and sugar. We're just going to leave that alone. So tonight's live stream is the one that you didn't know that you were waiting for, but you absolutely are. It's Godzilla versus Trypticon. Godzilla, the king of monsters, versus Trypticon, the city that can actually fight back. Yeah, that's right. We've seen Godzilla take out Tokyo, and we've seen Godzilla fight King Ghidorah and Mechagodzilla and a whole slew of other monsters, but has he ever tried to fight a city that not only can transform into a robot, but it also turns into a dinosaur that is conspicuously a lot like him? Now, oh, Collini's here. So let's just go ahead and get started with some of the greetings, because that is important. I see Kyoji out there, and I see Collini, and I see Joy. Hi, Joy. And so wait, I will. I've got this, which is a Godzilla-sized drink. That is delicious. Yeah. Oh my gosh, wait a minute. So, that is Godzilla flavored Kool-Aid, maybe? I don't even know what to call it. Let's just call it reptile flavored Kool-Aid. So, oh yeah, and if I finish that tonight, have you looked at this? Have you looked at? I mean, this thing is larger than my head. If I drink all of this, then Nathan Fillion is going to get his wish and see me really, really screwed up by the end of this live stream. And is that a challenge? Oh, Cheeky Cheeky Boy is here! Cheeky Cheeky Boy! This one's for you! Oh. So, I thought that, also, I think that it's only fair to point out that we are listening to, you know what, I lost my live stream notes. This is, what was the guy's name who did this version of Godzilla? It's not Eric Van Landingham. Eric Van Landingham. So, the version of Godzilla, Blue Oyster Cult's Godzilla, this is performed by Eric Van Landingham, and it is awesome. It is appropriately metal, because, you know, we got Godzilla and Trypticon. Trypticon is a robot. Robots are made of metal. And as long as we give Eric credit, then he doesn't sue people like me or you know, put up copyright strikes against us. So I put links to this version in the description of this video. Go to the page, and there's also a kick-ass metal version of the original Godzilla theme done by it was, oh shoot, I have it on the tip of my tongue because I just typed it. Artificial Fear, and that is also sufficiently metal, and we're probably going to hear that in bits and pieces during tonight's festivities. So, I just wanted to throw out a big thank you to these really, really tremendously talented musicians for being willing to share their music and allow people like me to use them shamelessly. And so if I can, you know, help spread the word, then consider it spread. Thank you, Joy, for Blue Oyster Cult. So, yeah, there goes Tokyo, and so we've had to rearrange things a little bit because the normal camera setup would not work for this live stream. So I've got my camera reoriented, and I've got my city scene, and we got Shogun Godzilla, we've got original Gen 1 Trypticon, we've got 2017 Godzilla, there's a couple more Godzillas, there's a Mecha Godzilla and I think a 2007 Godzilla in there somewhere. And we've got a 2017 Trypticon down here. So why don't we get into it? All right? Yeah, we are getting into it. So tonight, this is a versus battle, okay? And we've got a couple of pairings, and you know what? If we end up having time, which these things always go really long, so that may not happen. But the two matchups that I've got planned are Shogun Godzilla. Wait here. So Shogun Godzilla versus Gen 1 Trypticon, and 2017 Godzilla versus 2017 Trypticon. And Shogun Warriors. I keep calling it Shogun because I've already taken out a quarter of this, and that's probably a bad thing. Maybe a fifth, you know. Although that sounds bad. So we're just gonna say a quarter. Double kill. So So the way that this is gonna work is I'm going to talk about the toys. And we're going to talk about what they represent, you know, if they were real. And I'm going to throw out the things that that would be that would make them, you know, give them advantages and disadvantages. And then you, the internet, are going to vote for who you think should win. And my lovely and talented assistant and wife, Monica, will keep tally.
Just so you know, I'm a hugger.
She's a hugger, and that's important. And that's kind of why I married her. So she's going to let me know when people vote one way or another, and then I'm going to tally the votes on our whiteboard here, and then whoever gets the more votes in these versus battles, that's who we will declare as the winner. Okay, so it's not up to me. And oh, Quentin is here. Quentin, hey. That was actually meant to go louder, but see, what you don't see is that every now and then I'll give Monica signals and hand gestures, and we are terrible at nonverbal communication. We cannot read lips, and we do not know what either one of us is saying when we make hand signals.
Roger, roger.
So yeah, when we try to, I mean, we are great communicators in our marriage. Like, I will tell her what I'm feeling, and then she will tell me what she was feeling at the time that I was feeling whatever I was feeling when I felt the need to have to tell her what I was feeling, and then we will come to a consensus of what our reactions were and what our intentions were, and that's, I think, why we don't fight. Do we fight? We never fight. We never fight. So, yeah. So, yeah, and yes, hugs are important, Joy. So, oh, Quentin, you missed a fun time. Well, actually, the last live stream was totally impromptu. It was a Monday afternoon, and we just thought, you know, let's throw caution to the wind and talk about Astro Train. You know, a lot of you showed up, but some of you couldn't be there. We decided to see what would happen if we didn't like throw it up on social media. We just started the camera. Also, I had just recently changed my the desktop environment on my operating system, and I know that you guys don't care about this stuff, but and this is where Colleen's going to make fun of me. So I am a Linux user, and I'm passionate about Linux, even though I'm not the kind of Linux user that really gets into the nuts and bolts. You shut up. You shut up, Miss Windows. So you know, I'm not the kind of Linux user that wants to program and wants to debug. I just really appreciate that there is a totally free operating system out there that doesn't hog all the resources in my computer and make it run like a slug, and doesn't require me to buy a $2,000 computer just to be able to do the same crap that a $500 computer can do, except it doesn't have a piece of fruit on the side. So that's what I love about Linux, and I appreciate all the work that the open source community has done to enable me to enjoy that. Yeah, that. Okay, so. I really appreciate all the work done in the open source community to allow me to do that, and all the software I use is open source, and at some point, if I ever like become somebody who has extra money in my life, I would love to give back to these communities. I'm not a programmer. It's not like I'm going to develop in those, but you know, if I could contribute to people that need money that do this stuff, I would. So anyway, nonetheless, the most recent version of Ubuntu came out, and they've gone to the GNOME desktop environment, and I'm just gonna say it, GNOME is crap. Right now, the clipboard doesn't work, so half the time you hit Control-C, Control-V, it will paste in either nothing, or it'll paste something that you copied 2 clicks ago. The desktop doesn't work, so you can't drag and drop items off of the desktop. And I've read all the documentation of why these things don't work. And here's the thing, I don't care. Okay? And I'm saying this with love. Okay, so you know what? Everybody who's here for Transformers, just back away from your screen for a moment. Go ahead and get an adult beverage, unless you are below the age of 21, in which case get a non-adult beverage, yeah, like Kool-Aid or soda, something like that. Anyway, so Linux people only. Okay, I'm talking to you. Ubuntu. It's Canonical. Okay, Canonical. I'm talking to you. Thank you for making Ubuntu, or Ubuntu, however you want me to say it. But how? How could you go back to a desktop environment that doesn't work? And we're talking basic functionality, things that for decades at this point we've been taking for granted, that you can drag and drop things off of your desktop or onto the desktop, and that you can copy and paste into documents and spreadsheets. I mean, these are the kinds of basic functions that the average user just counts on being there without a second thought. And I understand that there are hugely technical issues, and I understand that the open source community has contributed so much to make things work and to make things not work, and to try and keep up with technology. But you had a desktop environment called Unity that worked. And I know that a lot of Ubuntu fans didn't like Unity, but let's face it, by the time you got up to 16.04, Unity was sweet. You had ironed out the wrinkles. It is still on my laptop, even though it's about to be orphaned, and I don't want to get rid of it because it works so well. Now we're at Ubuntu 20.04, and we're on GNOME, and it doesn't work. So what I had to do was I had to install Unity, the desktop environment that you guys abandoned. Why? Why? I don't understand. If GNOME didn't work right, don't switch to it. It's an easy decision to make.
We now return to the Transformers.
So, we're going back to Transformers, and actually, we're not going to go to Transformers, we're going to go to Godzilla. Yeah, let's talk about Godzilla. This is Shogun Warriors Godzilla. Yes, that was perfect. So, yes, Linux. Oh, Nathan Fillion is here! Nathan Fillion. Okay, Nathan, I don't know if you were here earlier, but this is the size drink that I am drinking tonight. If there is a day or an evening where you're going to get your wish, it's going to be this one. And for you, I will take an extra big drink. You know what, I'm just going to go ahead and say that this is Godzilla flavored cooling. So, you know what, Kyoji's got a good suggestion. I have to drink anytime I scream the word why. You know what, if I ever get to the point where I have any shred of internet credibility and I'm like doing merchandise to try and fund my channel or whatever, I think that I need to have a t-shirt that just says why in really big letters. And I'm not sure that I can trademark that. I may have to like put my logo on there or something. I don't know. So anyway, yeah, I did say it, so wait here. So this is Shogun Warriors Godzilla, and he is in great shape. Monica has had this guy since she was a small child. He's got fire breath, which looks an awful lot like a tongue, but it is fire breath. You can see the fire. There's the fire. And he's got rollers on his feet, which is a trade, you know, that's one of the features that was common in the Shogun Warriors. And, Kyoji said the audience takes a shot. Okay, yes, you guys take a shot. And Monica is doing so. So that's good. This live stream is already off to a good start. So, and curiously, and this is something that I pointed out during the Astro Train. It also has the firing fists. And I would think that would hurt. I have known about this feature for years. Even when I was a kid, I remember seeing that and thinking, that's really, really strange. I mean, Godzilla isn't known for his fists flying off. But I'm gonna try and make it okay. We have seen plenty of monster movies where the monsters are able to biogenerate projectiles. Oh, yeah, we should show the commercial. Wait a minute, there's a commercial. Okay, you know what? Before I get into the logic of the fist, let's go to the commercial. So we'll go to the internet, and we've got Shogun Warriors here, and I'm gonna make it. Oh wait.
Shogun Warriors. Guy King
Wait a minute,
rocket
here.
booster. Great Mazinga with rocket launcher. Is he friend or foe? You can decide. Launch his claw. Imagine his breath is a blast of fire. The Lord Shogun Warriors and Godzilla. They're ready to strike when you are. The Shogun Warriors, Great Mazinga Guy King and Godzilla, each sold separately. Accessories not for use with smaller Shogun Warriors from Mattel.
So that is the commercial for Shogun Warriors. He's got a firing claw. So, I've seen plenty of monster movies where the monsters are able to biogenerate projectiles. You know, like you'll see a monster that has spikes in their wings, and they can just fling out spikes, or they can, you know, shoot bone out of their arms. So I'm just going to say that this version of Godzilla is able to throw out his arm, shoot out his arm as a projectile, or his claw, and then regrow it. That is my version of the play feature. He is actually regrowing it, which we have seen Godzilla grow back from like nothing. You know, we've seen movies where he grew back from a skeleton, or from remains, or from nothing. He's radioactive, he's a mutant, so he can regrow his fist. So I'm gonna say that the shooting fist is okay by me.
Surprise, motherfucker!
So you know, he's awesome. You know, he's got articulated legs. You know, he can move his legs up and down. And this one's a little bit loosey-goosey. It is like 35 years old, 40 years old. I don't know. It's pretty old. And but you know, the arms are, you know, actually this side is still pretty tight. And you can, well, no, the head doesn't pivot. No, the head doesn't pivot. So, yeah, and he's big, you know, he's big, and, you know, he's tough. The fact that he has lasted all this time and still holds up and looks good, he is awesome. Now, what was the height, if this guy were real, what was the height, you know, you got, okay, so, would this be based off of 1954 Godzilla? Okay, so, in hypothetically speaking, the 1954 Godzilla was supposedly 164 feet tall. So we've got 164 feet tall, and let's just go to the other camera view. And so he is going to attack Trypticon. Trypticon is the city. Other Godzilla, you just wait your turn. Okay, other Godzillas sitting this out. Okay, they're not teaming up. This is a one-on-one match, so don't even try to team them up. And so he's gonna breathe fire, and he's gonna come stomping. And at some point, okay, now here's the first thing that Trypticon can do. Let me aim this down just a little bit. There we go. And yeah, okay. So I wonder if it would help to zoom in just a little bit. There, you can zoom in just a little bit. That kind of decreases the resolution, but it does give you a bigger image on the screen. So let's try that. So we've got Trypticon here, and he's not defenseless. You know, he's got his weapons. And these aren't the original weapons. I got my Trypticon secondhand, and so he doesn't have all of his original weapons, but you can still stick stuff in there, and it rotates. And he's also got this cannon here. You know, it starts out as a tower, but it's also a cannon, and so you know, he's firing lasers and stuff. So you know, he's got that going for him. And let's go ahead and pull this over. So this is oh wait, here, yeah, I don't know where that came from. I've got this little piece. I'll figure out where it comes from at some point here. Oh, also, you know, here, this is this is kind of cool. So he's got this ramp thing, and if you press the button here, then the little car comes off the ramp. So wait here. Yeah. Uh-huh. And I'll never find that again. Huh, not really. So yeah, you got the little car guy, and the little car guy, I knew his name at one point. I don't remember his name. And he transforms just like that, you know, little dude. And so we'll set him over here for right now, and we'll take out the extra bits. Now, the city mode does have a defense-based mode. It is something like you kind of fold up the ramps, and I think that you close up the legs here, and then you try to have the legs aimed sort of forward, and you flip up the helipads, and you flip the buildings forward. And so this is, I guess, some kind of mobile defense. It's something. It's definitely not a dinosaur half transformed. All right, whatever it is, it's definitely not a dinosaur halfway through his transforming sequence. So yes, it's a defense base thing. But I'm gonna say that Godzilla doesn't give a shit about his halfway transformed defense mode. And honestly, do we, as toy fans and monster movie fans and robot fans, care about his Cybertronian what the fuck mode? I don't think we do. So we're gonna pull off the extra bits, and he's got a pretty simple transform actually. You do that stuff that I did to get him into the halfway transformed mode, which is important. You rotate around the neck, and then the head is there. You're gonna point his thing. You can point them up or point them back, and then you close. See, he just closes like this, which is really cool. And there we go. And then you can take what's his face right here, and this guy just sticks right onto his chest here. You're gonna find out what his name is. Thank you. You know, full tilt, which does he transform into a pinball machine? That seems like a weird choice, but okay, whatever. So you flip out the little things in the feet that enable him to walk, and he is Trypticon. Now you can have the guns pointed forward, or you can have the guns pointed back. Now here's what I'm going to point out. Anatomically, they call Trypticon a dinosaur. Okay, he turns into a dinosaur. We know that dinosaurs didn't look like this. I mean, he's dinosaur-esque. But you know what he actually bears a lot of resemblance to? Yeah, you know, we've got... Yes. So you know, we've got the spikes on the back. We've got the shortened tail. We've got the arms that don't really look like typical T-Rex arms. They look more like Godzilla arms. So I'm just gonna say that I strongly suspect that the designers of Trypticon were not really going for so much of a dinosaur look as a Godzilla look. He transforms into Godzilla. So, Oh, Ed! Oh my gosh, Ed is here! Ed, you're here! Everybody, Ed's here! Okay, toast Ed! Ed is calling me a crazy lizard man, and you know what? You know, because you're a crazy lizard man too. It scares me that I've already polished off half of this. That we're in trouble. Just Houston, we're gonna have a problem. So we've got Trypticon here, and Trypticon can walk. Actually, I haven't tested to see if the walk feature still works, so we're gonna find out if he can walk. Let's do this. Let's go to the other camera. Are we ready here? Okay, let's do it. Oh yeah! Look at that! Oh yeah! Woo! Woo! Look at that! Look at that! Ha! He's going for it! Okay. Oh, whoops. That is freaking awesome. And I'm amazed at the fact that he is still, after about 35 years? Let's see, Transformers were 1984, we are in 2020, he would have come out in 1986, so about 35 years. 34 years? 34 years. So, oh, Grayscale is here! Grayscale is here, everybody! So yeah, this toy is like 34 years old, and I got him secondhand, and he is still, you know, with the exception of the missing pieces, he is still in amazingly good shape. Very few of the parts are significantly yellowed. Yeah, strangely enough, this part of Full Tilt yellowed, but the other part of him didn't. I don't know why. He's been transformed and on the chest of Trypticon for years, and it's not like this part wasn't in light and this part was. I have no idea why this is deteriorated in color so much, but at some point I will do some retro brighting and try to get that back to the original color. So anyway, now Trypticon, you know, so Godzilla shows up, and then Trypticon turns into a likeness of Godzilla. Now, I personally think that at this point, Godzilla would be like, hey, you want to go destroy Tokyo? And Trypticon would be like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And then, you know, they'd go destroy Tokyo together. I mean, these guys are made to be friends, honestly. But, you know, but they would have to fight at some point. You know, that's what we want from them. So we have Trypticon now. Obviously, in toy mode, Trypticon is much smaller than Shogun Warriors Godzilla. Let's go to the other cam. So you know, we've got, I mean, Shogun Warriors Godzilla towers over him, and but let's see what the height would be if they were real. Let's see what the fiction says their heights would be. So, well, Trypticon, Trypticon, at least according to the internet, is supposed to be 915 feet tall.
Excellent!
So, you know, Godzilla is supposed to be 164 feet tall. So, I guess that would be sort of like if Trypticon were... Wait, here, let's do this. Okay, so, okay, in scale, Trypticon would be like that to Godzilla. I'm not sure if I buy that. I mean, granted, I guess, you know, Trypticon is sort of supposed to be a city, but honestly, did he really turn into a city? He was really more of a battle station. I'm just not... I'm not sure if I'm buying 915 feet tall. Sorry, Battle Droid. I'm just not sure if I buy 915 feet tall. He is a Titan, so yeah. So at this point, this is where you know, Trypticon. He does have multiple lasers. He has a mouth cannon. You know, he has like a mouth cannon in here, and he's also got a laser up here that that can fire. Well, I mean, at least in theory, it even comes out a little bit. So you know, you see that kind of sticks out. That's kind of cool. And he's got these shoulder cannons, so he's got multiple ways to fight with Godzilla. Godzilla has his breath weapon, and I feel like Godzilla's breath weapon is probably more powerful than any of these individual lasers, but Godzilla also seems to take like 15 minutes to charge up his breath weapon. Whereas Trypticon seems to be able to fire rapidly. Also, Godzilla has been destroyed by oxygen-destroying bombs, and I feel like Trypticon would just shrug that off and be like, I don't care. I can go into space, and you know, I don't need oxygen. I don't even need to breathe. I'm Trypticon. Oh, and that's a very good point. Also, I'm just going to point out that that Trypticon is an alien from space. Godzilla seems to have a bit of a weakness against aliens from space. Like, you know, he's the king of all monsters, but you put him up against King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah was an invasive species, and without getting supercharged by a nuclear bomb, Godzilla... Well, that's more 2017 Godzilla, too. So maybe we'll throw that in the 2017 category. Okay, so forget that. Forget that. We'll put that over into the other category. So at this point, you know what Trypticon is capable of, and you see the toy, and you know what Shogun Godzilla is capable of. And Mechagodzilla was made by aliens. Trypticon is an alien species, so you know, aliens are a bit of a weakness for Godzilla. Yeah, it's just it's a known thing. So yeah, Godzilla struggles against aliens, even alien dinosaurs. In fact, especially alien dinosaurs. So yeah, at this point, okay, let's see. Yeah, you know what? Kyoji makes a very good point. When it comes to scale with the Transformers universe, it's all over the board, and there's mass shifting involved, and energon levels and stuff like that. So yeah, you really can't count on Transformers for any kind of scale comparison. What Cheeky Boy is, you know, I didn't know that you were using Google Translate to speak to us. Here's a toast to Cheeky Boy, who uses Google Translate to communicate to us. Thank you, Cheeky Boy, because you are going to a lot of extra effort just to talk to us, and I really appreciate that. So here's it's a cheeky boy. So here, just as a side note, we also have the extra pieces that you take off of Trypticon, and it turns into Brunt, a tank, and this part goes into here. He's a parts former, and that goes here, and I'm starting to feel the effects of my Godzilla beverage. And then this is Brunt. It is a parts forming tank, and see, they just did a new version of Brunt for the Transformers Siege line, and he's finally got a proper robot mode, and he's also really cool. So yeah, I thought I'd bring him out. So yeah, Godzilla has a tank. Which, admittedly, Godzilla would flatten the tank. But he's also a robot dinosaur. So, at this point, I need everybody to throw in their opinions. Who wins this fight? Is it Shogun Warriors Godzilla? You know. Oh, wait, we're waiting? We're waiting? Yeah, okay. Or is it Trypticon? Very nice. Very nice. Okay. It was worth the wait. So, yeah, if you would just go into the chat window and tell Monica which one... What was that? Oh, let's see. Oh, type Godzilla or Trypticon. Type the word Godzilla or Trypticon for your vote, and then we will tally these things up on the board, and I will give you a dry erase marker, and we will find out. Okay, so, you know, Ed has put in his vote, and you know what, Ed? I kind of figured that you would pick the Shogun Warrior. So, and while you guys are deciding that, let's fast forward to 2017, because you know what? Trypticon has not really been revisited since the Gen 1 version. I don't even know if any other Transformers characters... I want to say that other characters, like at least one character, might have had the name Trypticon, but I don't remember anything. I'd have to check out the wiki article, and unfortunately, I didn't have a chance to do my proper research because I was making a really cool marker background, and trying to remember how to transform 2017 Trypticon. So yeah, I think that, but certainly there have been no true homages to the Gen 1 original since 1986, when this would have come out. So let's fast forward to 1987. Or 2017. Geez, 1987. 2017 saw the creation of a fantastic Godzilla movie. My only criticism of that movie is they tease Godzilla and the monsters fighting one too many times. Okay, and all right. So, yeah, Ed got so excited that he peed, and that's important. Do we want to hold off on the results until we give more people a chance? So, just in case, just in case people are still thinking. So, in the 2017 Godzilla movie, and I know the exact point at which they teased Godzilla fighting the Mutos one too many times. Because, you know, you had the Muto break out of its chrysalis and break free, and that was awesome. And then you got to see Godzilla's fins in water, and then you might get to see just a glimpse of him as he rises up, and then the camera goes away. And you go through half the movie with stuff like that. And then there's this scene where Godzilla is finally squaring off against the Mutos. And you get to see Godzilla, you know, getting up, and the Mutos are there, and then you see them come together like this, and then the doors to the bunker close, and it goes to the halo drop scene. I'm not saying that the halo drop scene wasn't awesome. But, yeah, there was the airport scene where they almost fight. They almost fight. And then there was that scene on the island where everything's dark and you can't see anything happen. Okay? But, yeah, the Las Vegas aftermath. But there's the scene where everybody's running into the bunker. And you see the two monster titans just about to clash, and then the doors close. That was one tease too many. Okay? I'm talking to you. You know what? I'm just going to say, okay, they fixed it by the time that they got to Godzilla King of Monsters. We got to see monsters fight in Godzilla King of Monsters. And I know that there are people that didn't like that movie, and everybody's entitled to their opinion, but I'm just going to let you know that if you didn't like that movie, you're wrong. So, that movie was perfect. Everything in it was perfect. It had... Let them fight. Yes, Dr. Shirazawa, we will let them fight. And more...
The arrogance of man is thinking nature is in our control, and not the other way around.
Yes. Dr. Shirazawa, ladies and gentlemen. So, that gave us... Let's just grab this guy right here. Oh my gosh. This guy's huge. This guy is huge. This guy is like 3 feet long. His tail keeps going. Wait, I can't. Here, let me. So there. Okay, there. You get to see the tail. Okay, and so this is Godzilla from the 2017 movie. He's amazing. This, you know what, Godzilla? Wait here. Will you be my friend? Here, yeah. You can be my friend. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah. Are you a good monster? Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. This is more than a toy. This is a best friend. This is a home defense system. He is a naughty cat discipline device. He could be a marital aid, depending on how creative you are. And he was $49.99 when he came out. And the old curmudgeon in me wants to say $49.99. No, you know what? Okay, that's awesome. 49. I mean, he's 3 feet long. Look at him. Look at the detail on him. Look, his mouth opens. And now he doesn't have the flame breath like the Shogun Warriors Godzilla, but he has a pivoting head, and he's got a beautifully sculpted tongue, and he's got teeth, and he's got this, you know, look at the look on the face. Okay, he's pissed. Like he has one emotion. It's pissed off. And the question is he pissed off at you personally, or is he just pissed off in general? And I'd like to think that Godzilla is very happy, pissed off in our home, but pissed off at other things than us. He probably doesn't like that I'm patting his head. He probably finds it a little bit, I don't know, disrespectful. I'm sorry, Godzilla. So, he's got a segmented tail that allows it to pivot.
Ice Bear's tired of staring at this guy's butt.
So, apparently Ice Bear is tired of staring at this guy's butt. Nonetheless, he you can twist his tail here, and he's got another section here. So you can pose him. He's got legs that move, and he's got feet that twist. Not a ton of points of articulation, but not bad. He's got claws that twist, and you can move his arms. And honestly, how much articulation do you need in a 3-foot-long, movie-accurate Godzilla? I'm gonna say, I've got a cat that's smaller than this, and he doesn't need as much articulation as that. So, yeah. Rubber fins that are a little bit flexible, but they won't break off, and safety first. And we've got two of them because thrift store is awesome. So we've got twin Godzillas. We could even maybe say that one of them is for the 2019 movie or double kill. So. Yeah, so Godzilla, now the one we found in the thrift store is missing part of his tail. We're just going to say it hasn't grown back yet, but any day now it will. So, yeah, this is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. I will never, ever get rid of this toy. This toy is following us into the old age home. It's lucky that this toy hasn't ended up in bed with us at night. So, yeah, 2017 Godzilla. Cheeky Boy wants to know if there's a speaker inside. No, there's not a speaker inside, although apparently originally it was designed to have one. So, yeah, you can even see that there are little slots right here in the belly. I'm going to call it the belly, even though I seem to be pointing at his crotch. So, yeah, to keep the price point low, they omitted the speaker. That being said, a creative kit basher, especially one who maybe had an extra Godzilla, could open him up and put a voice recorder inside and put an appropriate Godzilla roar inside I don't know whether that means that you approve or disapprove. I'm going to pretend that it means that he approves. I'm not talking about right now. Not right now. Just sometime. Sometime.
Ice Bear wants justice.
So, anyway, that's 2017 Godzilla. And now, let's pull up the competition. This right here, there's a little bit of fiddliness, which on the last live stream would have meant that I had to drink, but it's not this live stream. So let's just there we go. Okay, so this, I know it's too big for the camera, This is 2017 Titans Returns Trypticon in his spaceship mode. And he is nothing short of amazing. He looks awesome. And see, I wanted to start out in this mode because this is a case where his kind of third mode is actually a third mode. It's actually cool. You know, it's got all these translucent bits, and actually you can open this up. Let's see, right here. There's a way. So you can open this up here, and you can put dudes inside there, and, you know, this has a pivot here. Oh, wait, no, it can't do it while it's transformed. But you know, there's translucent parts in here, and you can fit stuff inside there. It actually kind of has sort of a face on the tail here, which the original had that too, but you didn't really get to take advantage of it. And then you know, it does this. So, you know, you can have cars in there and they come out, and it also looks like a mouth. So, you know, if this was a creature, then it would be opening and closing its mouth, yeah, like that.
Hello there.
So, you know, I love this. I love this. I love this mode, even though it's not even really anything that's been supported by any kind of fiction. It's just cool. It is so cool. And you look at the detail. Look at all of the massive detail on him, the textures and everything. This is a cool, cool toy. Let me go to the other camera, and maybe you'll get a better view. Let's go to camera 2. There we go. And here. So this is the spaceship mode. And as you can see, it's big. And it's cool looking. It looks like a cruiser, you know. And oh wait, here, let's flip this out. So you got that. And so yeah, that is Trypticon's third mode, and I wanted to show that off first because it only gets better from here. He of course still turns into a city, and so let's make some room for him on the table. I'm gonna move Brunt out of the way, and Shogun Godzilla, and Gen 1 Trypticon. Okay, so we're gonna turn this guy into a city, or, you know, whatever the heck he turns into. Oh, you know, oh yeah, okay, so. Sorry, I couldn't tell which of the lenses I was supposed to look at. There's the super close and. Okay, so yeah, I've had way too much of this, and that, I mean, that might be a problem. Oh no. Are you thinking of adding to this? Okay. Oh, I lost a piece of fruit. Here, you want this? It's covered in cat hair. Okay, so, transforming this into a city or a battle station, whatever you want to call it. Very, very similar to the Gen 1 version, except with more articulation. So. So we got, yeah, like a little support post there, and then we've got these little things right on the end here that can connect to other Titan Returns compatible guys. But strangely enough, they don't. Even though it's the exact same feature, they don't connect with the current Siege, or not Siege, Earthrise figures that have the exact same feature. Oh boy, here we go again, and I'm going to need to drink. So, I was just pointing out, this is Earthrise Ironworks, and his panels have this connection thing, which is a gimmick in the current line. And this... Oh, Hope is here! Okay, so Hope! So, Hope, this is for you. Ah. Oh, good, that's so good. So, anyway, so this is Ironworks from the current Earthrise line. And one of the gimmicks in the Earthrise line is these panel connections that are like hinge connections, and you can snap them together with other guys in the Earthrise line that have pieces like this. This is the same gimmick that they had as part of the Titans Returns line, which Trypticon is a part of. And let's just go back. Okay, so we've got his foot here has one of those panels, but they don't fit. They're not the same. I realize that this is going to result in me having to drink. You know what to do. Move away from your screens. This is for Hasbro. Hasbro, come here. Why? Why does this not fit with this? This is only a couple of years ago. This is 2017. We're at 2020. Is it that far away that we can't have the same freaking hinged piece? Why would you not make those compatible? Why? I am going to drink now. Because... Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yes. Yes. Boy, this is bad. This is so bad. Yeah, this is just so bad. I have had so much of that, and it's already giving me a little bit of the brain scramblies. So, so anyway, yeah, that is my complaint to Hasbro. I don't understand. Anyway, getting back to transforming Trypticon into a city. So this comes out this way, and you can actually, because of the way this transforms, you could have one of these back here and one of them up there, just to give it a little bit more variety. So I'm going to put that right back there like that. And there are giant mutant dinosaurs on my floor. And then these ramps come out, and this can, these can go up like that, and we'll take out this foot, and just for variety's sake, I'm going to leave this one in the back position, because I don't like when my city bases are symmetrical. It's just, I think it's more interesting if there's a little bit of difference between one side and the other. So yeah, we flip out the ramp here, and we can have that do that. And then we've got Full Tilt here, who, let's see, Full Tilt in this version is very cool. They gave him a full design, and I'm just trying to get him. Oh yeah. So this actually connects really cool. So you've got this front thing here that flips down, and then that holds Full Tilt in place. Now, unfortunately, he doesn't have the launching feature. There's no launching feature, but there you go. And then you can put the buildings up like that. And, if you so chose, you could even, like, stick up the claws. So, yeah, we'll put the claws up in the background just to make it look like there's more building there. And then you can still have Full Tilt go down the ramp, and that's cool. And he is, he's big. And so this is a really nice mode. And then you can also take advantage of that opening feature that I showed you earlier. So this can do stuff like that, and that is cool. And you can put guys in there. I mean, you know, you can just play with this guy for hours, and every moment is gonna be fun until you try and connect him to Ironworks, and then you're gonna be pissed off. So you've also got Full Tilt here. Oh, Romina is here! Holy crap! Romina is here. Wait. Romina is here. Hey, Romina, thank you. Yeah. This one's for you, Romina. I'm really starting to feel it. It's bad. It is so bad. Help me, internet.
I still function.
I've made bad decisions. So, this
Ice Bear likes turtle.
Ice Bear does like turtle, and in this case, turtle is Full Tilt. And so we're going to transform Full Tilt because he has a whole transform. You know, they didn't skimp. If in my state I can actually transform him. I think I can. So I think that you have to flip up these little panels right here on the legs. So yeah, we got some stuff happening there. Boy, it seems to connect in two places. I don't know which. You know, I think I need the Optimus Prime struggling.
I'll try.
Yeah, thank you.
I don't know if I can do it. I've almost got it.
Come on, Prime. You can do it. Try harder.
You got it. You got it.
Oh.
Come on. There.
Yes! I did it! Oh, he doesn't have a head. I came close to doing it. Yeah. Thank you for giving me a little bit of extra there. So, Full Tilt here is a headmaster, or as this line called them, Titan Masters, and he turns into this guy. And I'm gonna try and do the super close, even though the super close is in a different position now. We're gonna do that maybe. And okay. Oh, whoops. Super close. Oh, the super close lens came off. Oh, I shouldn't be allowed to operate the super close when I've had this much Godzilla flavored Kool-Aid to drink. So there, maybe. Okay, we got it. So yes, I got the super close to work now. So okay, so here is the Titan Master for Full Tilt, and I don't really remember what his name is either. I apologize, but he's a cool little guy. And right here, let me try and get him into focus. So, you know, made like the other Titan Masters. He's got some articulation in the arms and in the knees, but his legs are fused, so you can't get individual leg movement, and the head is even articulated, which is kind of cool. His name is Necro. So this is Necro, and then you just transform him by folding him. And then let's see, they fit better when you put them on backwards and then twist the head around. And so that is Full Tilt. Oh wait, he has his fists. Wait, here, we'll put the fists out. Okay, so Full Tilt looks great. Look at him. He's fully posable. And you know, even though he's monochromatic, you know, he is just purple all over, I really like it. It's a good color, and it kind of makes, wait here. you know, it actually kind of makes this version a little bit more legitimate. Let's give him his gun. So here, we're going to put him, and then we're going to take this guy and we're going to transform him. And he doesn't take nearly as much effort. And so we put them side by side. And, you know, this is what I would have imagined that this guy represented when I was a kid, except I don't have to pretend that he looks this cool. He just does. And that's awesome. You know, I love, they put so much love into Trypticon, and it shows. And I will just, you know what? This one is for you, Hasbro, for doing an amazing job on Trypticon, and with a character that nobody even cared about. I mean, nobody was passionate about Full Tilt, but you look at this guy, and they wanted to make something special, and they did. So yeah. So that is Full Tilt. He looks great. He looks great in vehicle mode. He looks great in robot mode. They have the little passenger compartment for his Titan Master partner. You know, just really, really well done. Phenomenally well done. I cannot say enough about how good they did with that, and how good they did with this. You know, Trypticon. Oh, wait, here. Okay, Trypticon looks amazing, and you know, he's finally at a scale where you can put your other Transformers on him and believe that he is a base for them. You know, he's huge, he's sprawling, he's fantastic. So yeah, that is the city mode. That is the city mode for Trypticon, and I have no complaints. You know, they didn't know when they built this one that they were going to design the gimmick for Ironworks wrong. Okay? I'm sure that if they designed, if the designers who had worked on this knew that this was going to be the pattern, then they would have made him fit, because they cared that much. The guys who designed Ironworks, which Ironworks is a great guy, you know, he's actually really cool, but you know, they obviously were forced to make a connection point that wasn't compatible, because I'm sure that couldn't have been their own choice. You know, this is the kind of decision that was made by an evil dark overlord that hates children. That's why these things don't fit together. Moving back, let's go ahead and turn Full Tilt back into a vehicle. And so we're going to flip in the hands, and it's going to be a lot easier since since now I've actually done it within the last, you know, I've got too many toys. That's the sad truth. I've got too many toys, and I don't remember how to transform them all the time. So we're gonna flip the arms in like that and put this thing around the head. I guess we can put the thing around the head first and then flip in the arms, so that makes the back half of the vehicle. We're going to fold the front around, and then we're going to close these doors around what used to be the legs, and then flip these little things in, and then we're going to plug in that. And if we wanted to, we could put the figure back in here, but we're not going to. We're going to set this aside for a moment. And now we're going to tackle turning Trypticon from city mode into dinosaur mode. So let's start with the obvious. We're going to flip up that ramp on the front, and we're going to flip up these ramps here. We're going to flip in these wing things, and then we're going to take these things from around here, and we're going to fold them together. That's going to lock. We're going to take this, and look, there's another compartment here, by the way. I didn't mention that before. So you can put dudes in here, too. And that's, he's got so many cool features. He's just got so many cool features. It's great. So, anyway, and we will put full tilt in here. And there's a little peg here and a little hole that they meet up with. There we go. And then this little hook just snaps up in there, and that holds him very securely. And then we're going to move the arms down and give them a twist. And then flip these panels down like that. And now we're going to close him up. Close up both sides like this and like that. Now we can grab a building and we can twist the whole head apparatus. It's a little bit sticky, and you can pull off the buildings, but it doesn't break him. So it is very stiff. There we go. There we go. So this whole thing rotates around just like that. And now, just like the other one, this is a loving recreation of the other, because so many of the moves are the same as the Gen 1 toy. Once again, we have the option with these cannons to either move them forward or have them back against his back. So let's just put him against his back for now, and we'll tilt the dinosaur head. And of course, he has to have his mouth open, because that's cool. He still has the mouth guns. He still has the thing, but now the gun comes up automatically. Look at that. So yeah, isn't that cool? That's cool. Look at that. That is awesome. And now we're going to lock the leg into the socket here, and we're going to collapse the leg and just close it up against itself. Just like that. We're going to flip the foot forward, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Oh, and this can come off. That's new. It can come off, but it can also go back on. So yeah, that just there we go. Get out of the way, arm. There we go.
You didn't betray me. You betrayed yourself.
I suddenly feel very guilty. So now that we've got the arm back, or the leg back on, we're going to close up the leg, and you get this little thing out of the way, and then you close that up just like that. Pull the foot forward, and snap that in. And let's go ahead and go to the other camera view so I can put him on the table, because he's heavy and I'm tired of holding him upright. So let's go there. So there he is. And let's just pivot the camera because he's tall. There. Okay. And then you can move the arms out. And he's got fully articulatable claws. I mean, look at that. That is cool. And you can tilt the head forward, and you can even get him into a more modern dinosaur pose. Look at that. Okay. Whoops. We can lean him forward. Put his head forward like this. Just like that, and he doesn't even have to drag his tail. So look at that. Here, we can put that up. Okay, that That is awesome. And don't forget that we had the Necro, this little guy. Well, it just so happens. Okay, I'm gonna go to the super close for this, and I'm gonna try and get this, and it's gonna be really awkward because this thing is huge. So super close view. There we go. Okay, you still with me? Okay, bear with me. So. In the back of the head, there is a socket right here. This is a headmaster socket. So we can take Necro right here. We can transform him into a head. And then we can plug him into this socket just like that. Look at that. That's right. Trypticon is actually a headmaster. I know. I'm as amazed as you are. It's not even necessary, but they did it. Let's put him on here, and let's give him. We're going to give him a dramatic pose. We're going to put his guns forward. All right. Now you tell me that isn't freaking cool. This is amazing. This is so amazing. He's so dynamic. He's got so much posability. I mean, look at that. He can do anything that you want him to do. He can open up a bottle of pop with his teeth and then crush it against his forehead. That's how cool he is. So, yeah, this... I'm going to go back to the other view. This is Trypticon in his dino mode. And it is nothing short of absolute perfection. It is fantastic. It is an engineering masterpiece. It is now granted, it doesn't walk on its own. It doesn't have a motor, it doesn't have lights, it doesn't have batteries or anything like that. But as a playable toy, as a loving homage to the original, it is nothing short of just complete wonder. Oh, wait, I'm getting a gift from Godzilla. Oh, thank you, Godzilla. That's awesome. Okay, well, let's see what kind of gift I got from Godzilla. Hey, look at this! I got a unicorn cupcake. Oh wait, we need the box. We need to show these, okay? Because these exist. And for those of you who happen to be fans of brightly colored cartoon horses, these are unicorn flavored cupcakes. And these are amazing. So, yeah, and I've got to have some of this. I mean, when Godzilla gives you a present, you take the present. Okay, that's how it works. That's a unicorn. Look, it's got sparkles. I don't know if that was a bribe. I feel like Godzilla is feeling a little bit intimidated by how awesome 2017 Trypticon is, but I'm still accepting the cupcake. Oh, wait. Elsa here. Hey, hi, Elsa. You know what? Okay, Elsa is not 21, so Elsa, this is for you. Oh gosh. You know what? Hostess all the way. Okay, I'm sorry, little Debbie. It's nothing against you, but you can suck it. Hostess. Unicorn cupcakes. They're so good. I don't know. I don't know if these things have crack or hashish. I don't really have experience with illicit substances, so I imagine that if somebody sneaked some into my cupcakes, I would probably be highly susceptible to influence from them. So,
Ice Bear likes turtle.
Ice Bear does like turtle, and in this case, turtle means Hostess cupcake. In case anyone here has connections with Hostess, I am not above being sponsored by Hostess. Okay, and if you need me to eat more of your cupcakes during my live streams, I will, and I will be glad to take money for it. So, oh gosh. Anyway, Godzilla wins. The show's over. Oh, wait a minute. I guess I have to have you, you decide. Well,
at the end of this day, one shall stand, one shall fall.
Yes. One shall stand, one shall fall. So, we need everybody to vote again. At this point, okay, that's good. So I do have the results for the first, but I feel like I should wait on the results until we, yeah. Let's, oh, you want me to do this one now? Okay, so I do have the results tabulated from the first contest between Gen 1 Godzilla, or Gen 1 Trypticon and Shogun Warriors Godzilla. Let's pull out the contenders. Excuse me for a moment, Trypticon. And so, for those of you, please, for everybody, go ahead and either say Godzilla or Trypticon, and maybe put a 17 in it, just so that we can clarify that you mean the 2017 Godzilla versus the 2017 Trypticon, as to who would win in a fight. And then we will tabulate those results and tell you who wins in just a bit. And while you're doing that, let's bring out the contenders in the first bout. We had Gen 1 Walking Trypticon, who does this. Yeah. He's the original city that fights back. He is the Decepticon with Godzilla ambitions. He is Trypticon. We're going to set him right back here. Oh, I guess we should put...
Then you will die braver than most.
And, I hope he won't die braver than... I mean, if he's going to die, I want him to die bravely, but I don't want him to die. A little dark. So, we'll set him right back here. And we've got Shogun Warriors Godzilla with... And we can't forget about the fist that becomes an assault weapon. And built-in roller skates. You know, that's important for a Godzilla figure. So, the results are in, And the results are as follows. Do we have a drum roll sound effect? I feel like we should have a drum roll sound effects, and I'm willing to drink until we get a drum roll sound effect. Oh. Okay, so Gen 1 Trypticon has 3 votes. Shogun Warriors Godzilla has 4 votes. And Jeffzilla gets 1 vote, which makes the winner Shogun Godzilla!
From the depths, 30 stories high, green fire is fanning the sky. Godzilla, Godzilla, Godzilla.
So, Shogun Warriors Godzilla would beat Trypticon, which kind of makes sense. I mean, honestly, yeah. Gen 1 Trypticon is able to move under his own force, but I feel like, he's essentially a large parking garage with lasers. And yes, he turns into a dinosaur, but I think that Shogun Warriors Godzilla would still be able to hold his own, even with the unexpected opposition of having one of the shopping clusters or industrial complexes turn into another dinosaur and fight against him. And also, here's something else. Godzilla has a tendency to get beaten down for a long time and then keep coming back. Trypticon is going to run out of energon. And so when Trypticon needs to recharge, Godzilla is just getting started, because at that point he's going Bruce Banner and he's hulking out, and he's probably stomping Trypticon flat. And that would be how it would go until they discovered that they have more in common than they have differences, and they would become best friends. So, Shogun Warriors Godzilla wins against Gen 1 Trypticon.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Perfect. So, do we have results on 2017? I think that, because I think at this point there's nothing else that we need to do, right? Okay, so now, unless anybody, this is final call for anybody to put in their votes on who would win 2017 Trypticon or 2017 Godzilla. And let's go ahead and bring out the contenders one more time. We have the amazing, the articulated, the headmaster, 3 modes of awesomeness, 2017 Trypticon with holding Transformers and eating them action, with a fully posable partner that becomes a chest component, with a parking garage in his tail, and an actual tail joint.
Ice Bear's tired of staring at this guy's butt.
Okay. 2017 Trypticon versus 2017 Godzilla. With 12,000 times the scales and about maybe 0.5 or 0.2% of the articulation, but about I'd say 5 times the tail and 1,000 times the breath weapon, we've got 2017 Godzilla. And so, the results are in with okay. 2017 Godzilla got 2 votes. 2017 Trypticon got 4 votes, which makes the winner 2017 Trypticon.
An Autobot shall rise from our ranks and use the power of the Matrix to light our darkest hour.
Yeah. Yeah, buddy. So, those are the results that you demanded. We needed to find out. And, you know, honestly, let's face it. This version of Trypticon, he has an alt mode, like a non-city alt mode that you can easily see flying up into space and nuking Godzilla from orbit, because that's the only way to be sure. And once again, even though you would have that initial fight where they would trade breath weapons and they would claw each other and they would throw each other around and destroy lots of buildings in the process, ultimately, I feel like both of these guys. Oh, okay. This is gonna be tough. Wait, I'm trying to do a thing here. His tail is really long. Okay, there. Okay, well. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we've got Godzilla and Trypticon. There we go.
What? Did we just become best friends? Yep.
I think that they would be friends. And they would stomp off to destroy Tokyo together. And then Godzilla would climb on Trypticon's back and they'd fly over to New York and start all over. That is what would happen. Yeah, they agree. So there you go. That is Godzilla versus Trypticon. These are definitive results, so no one else can say crap because we have solved it together. This has been scientific, no more arguments. 2017 Trypticon would beat 2017 Godzilla, and Shogun Warriors Godzilla would beat Gen 1 Shogun Warriors. No, Shogun Warriors Godzilla would beat Gen 1 Trypticon. And I got all that out, and I'm not even completely finished with this drink. So I think that's it. I think that I have successfully occupied enough of your Friday night. Thank you so much, Ed. Thank you, Romina. Thank you, Cheeky Boy. Thank you, Colleen. Thank you, Kyoji. Thank you, everyone who did not appear in the chat but is still watching. Yes. And wait, before we go, I'm going to, I'm just going to show Joy's Joy's tweet. I know a lot about the internet. So, Joy got her care package. Thank you so much, Joy, for posting this, and I will put a link to this in the description. I didn't include it in the original description, but I can go back and edit it. But that is Joy's care package. You know, you earned it, Joy. You have been such a faithful companion on this live stream, and we absolutely love you. So thank you to Joy. Thank you, Grayscale. Thank you, everyone who watches these things and has signed up and has voted. You know, I'll tell you what. I couldn't do a fan vote on who would win without people watching willing to vote. So we're in this together. Thank you so much for making it awesome. And well, let's see. We've got Osaka Jack. I didn't even see Osaka Jack. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Osaka Jack. That is for you. And Quentin, thank you, Quentin. And yeah, I think I got everybody. Oh wait, Kyoji? Did I get Kyoji? Oh, and Quentin. Okay, Kyoji and Quentin, and thank you, everybody. And oh my gosh, I'm really gonna be in trouble. I think I'm already in trouble. So, thank you once again. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining us. And we will see you next week.
You trade your legs for angels.